Hi, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you are. We are here to celebrate John Pickett's 8th birthday. Today is April 21st, 2025. One of the icons in chemical ecology, a legendary figure, John Pickett, is celebrating the 8th birthday. And he was supposed to be trapped in here in a meeting that was supposed to be a meeting with the administration for the University of California, Davis, but actually was a trap. And the latest information that I got is that he might be on a boat with his family, and it might not have any wireless connection. They planned that very well so that he's going to be isolated from the external world. So let me get started here and to present the people that are here so that the chemical ecologists and all friends of John Pickett can recognize them. Let's start with Kobe Shao. Kobe?
Yes, hi.
All right, so Kobe Shao is in North Carolina. Ted Torling, are you in China today, Ted?
I'm in North Carolina enjoying the outdoors as honeydew is raining on me from the trees.
Oh, fantastic.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's not a virtual background for clarification. Ken, former president of the society.
Hi, I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. I just got back from North Carolina, but I'm enjoying some sunshine here now.
Wonderful. Zain Said is also next on the screen, and he's also from Kentucky. Zain.
Yeah, this is also from Kentucky, Lexington. Great weather here, and it's great to see all the old friends and colleagues here.
All right, so let's go to the other side now. Let's go to Europe. Let's go to Winand. Winand.
Yes, Walter. Yes. So I'm in Cardiff, where John is also usually, although now, as you said, he's in the United States. Yes, and we do a lot of research together. So I'm extremely happy to be here together with you all.
That's great. Tony James, back to California. Tony.
Yes, happy birthday, John. I'm not really a chemical ecologist, but I think I got here because I promised Walter that I wouldn't do anything at all with it. So it made me a friend for a long time. Yeah, and I heard a lot of great stories about you, and I wish I was going to be there. It's great stories from John Hildebrand, and the one thing that all three of us share in common is a love for music, and we carry our instruments around. So.
Wonderful. Baldwin Torto in Florida.
Hi, yeah, this is Baldwin. Happy birthday, John. And I'm in Florida, Gainesville, and I'm happy to be here with the rest of the group. Thanks.
Atula Atigale. Atula, where are you now?
I am in Hoboken, New Jersey, which is on the other side of Manhattan. And I'm glad I could join. Unfortunately, my video is not working, but it doesn't matter. I'll try to connect. But I'm glad that you keep all this big old group together. And I wish John was here. And I will tell a good story about John. And once he told me, for those who don't know, I am originally from Sri Lanka. And John visited Sri Lanka once and being and stayed in a big hotel in Colombo called Golface Hotel. And for some reason, he travels with his I think his saxophone. And he was playing saxophone like in the middle of the night, and the hotel got disturbed and knocked on his door and say, "What are you doing?" He said, I am Louis Armstrong's brother. I have to do this in the midnight always." And then they asked, who is this Armstrong?
All right, so Fred Gould from North Carolina. Fred, can you share your camera, your video for us? Is Fred there?
Fred, you're muted. Well,
Right.
we have John Hildebrand here. Hi, John.
All right. On that note, John Hildebrand from Arizona.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Rob. Yeah, just to correct Atula, you know, John doesn't play the saxophone, he plays the trumpet.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
wonderful
I think it was a trumpet. Yes.
he's a wonderful traditional jazz trumpet player, and that's a bond between him and me because I play the trombone. But you know, I've known John Pickett for 46 years. And all I can say is I'm surprised that he's younger than I am. He doesn't act it. But anyway, I wish he were here. I'd like to work on him a little bit. And I hope he shows up. This is great. Happy birthday, John.
All right. So Xinjiang Zhou, I call him JJ. He's in China.
Yes.
JJ.
Hi, everybody, and thank Walter to invite me to be here. And happy birthday to John. I think I'm the only one from Rosam State, and I work with John for 25 or more than years. And now I'm in China, Guizhou. And so welcome everybody to come to Guizhou, and we have a meeting, and John will come, so join us. And as I said, I work with John for many years, and I keep all the story inside in my heart. And he's the one, yeah. Oh, Hawaii. He's the one introduced me to chemical ecology. He's my teacher. He's my mentor. He's my very, very good friend. Okay.
Thank you. It's a great pleasure to have so many friends join us today. I call now Cam Oschlager from Costa Rica. Cam.
Yeah, it's the middle of the day here, so it's fine. I just really want to wish John a great 80th birthday and many more after that. I think I've known John for 20, 30 years. I can't remember when I met him, actually. It's so long ago. Happy birthday, John.
It's very hard to remember when you met John, but it's difficult also to forget it when you meet John, right?
Yeah, I know, but it's a long time.
All right. So Marcel Dikkel, is from the Netherlands. Marcel?
Yes, here it's 11 o'clock in the evening, and well, I was thinking today about when I met John for the first time. I think that's 36 years ago. So when you start thinking about those things, then, well, it also tells that you're aging yourself. But I've met John in various places in the world, and it was always pleasant to meet with him at various places, whether it was on an airplane, in a taxi, at a conference. And well, John would never go unnoticed, as we all know.
Wonderful. Let's see here the next on my list here. We have Paolo Pelosi from Italy.
Really? Paolo is here?
Wonderful. Paolo, can you say something there?
Paolo, you're muted.
Paolo?
You're
muted.
Everyone can unmute for this call. This is a very informal call. All right, while waiting for Paolo, why don't you go to Japan? Shigeru Matsuyama.
Hi, this is Shigeru from Japan, Tsukuba. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. And John, happy birthday to you. It's always fun to talk with you. Bye.
Know Shigeru Matsuyama very well. I can tell you that he didn't wake up early. He's going to bed late because he goes to bed. When we were in the same lab in Professor Kuwahara's lab in Tsukuba, and every time I would come very early in the morning, and the GC was still warm because he just left. Shigeru Matsuyama. So the lab was 24 hours operating because of two of us. All right, so who's the next one here? Wei Chu, another new generation of chemical ecologists from Australia. Wei.
Hi, everyone. This is Wei Chu from Perth in Australia. So it is 5 a.m. in my place. And I want to say happy birthday, John. Yeah, and I met John in several conferences, and he always inspire new generation of chemical ecologists. Even my PhD student in the meeting with him, and very inspired, and they still keep a lot of conversation. So thank you, John.
I see Paolo Pelosi now. Look
Yes,
like the.
yes. My microphone was off. I just discovered. So,
Hi,
John,
Paolo.
it's a pleasure to wish you happy birthday. And I remember in 2003, 2004, I was in your lab, and this was one of the best period in my life, in my career. I really enjoyed working with you. And I want to thank you for another thing. You gave me a CD with some performance. You played the drum, and very beautiful and really wonderful. I keep listening to this CD, and give me hope and joy of life. Thank you very much also for this. You are a tremendous player. Happy birthday, John.
Thank you, Paulo. Paulo, you said the same thing to me when you were in my lab in Japan. This was the best period of my life.
Well,
No, you never said that. I'm just kidding. All right, Mary Asman. Mary Asman.
Thank you. Thanks, Walter. Well, John, like everyone else has said, happy birthday. Many happy and especially healthy returns of this special occasion. As Wei said, yes, you have been inspirational to many of us and many of our students. And maybe just as important, I've always admired the incredible balance between your brilliant scientific insight and your humor and frivolity. And it's made it a great pleasure. It's one of the pleasures of academia is having colleagues like you that are so much fun to be around. I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Mary. Baldwin Torto. He's from Florida today.
Yeah, I had already spoken, but I wouldn't mind just wishing John another happy birthday. I was in his lab in 2001, and I've known him since 1985 when I was a PhD student at UCP. In fact, he was my external examiner, and he's been a great mentor since then. And thanks, John, for inviting me to one of your gigs and listening to you sing like Louis Armstrong. Happy birthday.
Robbie Raguso. Are you in Ithaca today, Rob?
Yes. Spring has just begun. I wanted to tell Shigeru that we have Hanami here. The cherry blossoms are exploding across Ithaca, a memory that he and I share. I am grateful to, happy birthday, John. Really happy to be here with everybody to celebrate you. I'm grateful to John Hildebrand for introducing me to John Pickett and the Chemical Ecology Conference in Vancouver in 1997, when I was new to chemical ecology and meeting so many of you on this call. John was a wonderful influence to me throughout my career, both in terms of giving me like excellent insider advice on how to navigate the world and how to understand my colleagues, but also in helping me and others to organize conferences and symposia. The very first Gordon conference we had on floral volatiles, John provided the spark that through his playful debates with Randolph Menzel and Brian Smith really pushed us over the edge into a real Gordon conference. And I've always appreciated John's candor and brilliance and his generosity to so many scientists in my generation and across all of our field. It's great to be with all of you and great to celebrate you today, John.
I have a memory of that meeting. It's unrelated to John, but I'm going to share anyway. We had a postdoc, his name is Jeff Pinsenbaum, very talkative. And we went for a break, a lunch break at that meeting. And Rob was there, Jeff and I. And I said, we have to hurry up because we have to be there for the next presentation. And Jeff opened the book and looked at the presentation. He read the title that I can't recall the title, but he said, who cares about that? And Rob said, I do. It's my talk. So Jeff was very good at been, talk too much and did not pay attention to what he's going to say. Anyhow, so it was an interesting moment at that time. Is there anyone on the call that
Yeah,
I
you
did?
you forgot
You
Wendell.
forgot. Yeah,
Wendell
Wendell.
Rudolph, my
Wendell.
goodness.
And both of them.
Wendell, Joanna.
Oh, yeah. Are we here?
Oh, yeah.
Sure. We're here in Florida and it's happy hour here. And so Joanne and I are going to raise our glasses to toast the 80th birthday of our great friend, Mr. Tickett.
Yeah.
John, please.
Yes.
I miss your pocket trumpet.
Yeah, that pocket trumpet, he got it out at Penn State and played along with the band that was in the restaurant with us.
Yeah.
But most of you are talking about how old everybody's getting. I want to say that is relative. And John Pickett, you have to know that your 80th birthday is still very young. I can barely remember my 80th birthday in the distant past.
We didn't drink.
Oh, we did drink.
Walter, how about Zane and
Zane? Yeah, Zane.
Zane already did, didn't you, Zane?
Oh.
I didn't get a chance. Ajan is there and Ted is there.
Ajan.
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 Hello.
Oh, Ajan.
Hi. Hi.
Wonderful.
Happy birthday, John. I'm really happy to have this opportunity to celebrate your 80th birthday. I'm really want to thank you very much. Every time when we have a meeting and when we meet each other, you always give us the good advice. Whenever we have the question, you're really good chemist and give us really useful guidance. Thank you very much. Happy birthday. Thank you.
Wonderful. Anyone else? Did I miss anyone?
Jerry.
Ted Turlings too.
Oh, Teddy and Jerry. Let's go that order. Teddy.
I'll take the lead here. So happy birthday, John. I have plenty of good memories of John. I think it goes back to when I was a starting PhD student, when I very much remember his totally inappropriate jokes that he told to everybody. He couldn't get away with nowadays. I've then met John on many occasions, also at the University of Neuchâtel, where I actually basically thank my career to him, because he forced our university to hire me as a full professor. This is definitely true, because he was on the review panel of a research network that I was leading, and he had to twist the arms of the rector of the university to hire me. So I thank John infinitely for that. As I wrote to Walter, I think that I'm very happy to celebrate this halfway point in John's career. I'm only halfway joking there too, because maybe besides Walter, he's the one that has the most energy of all people that I have met in chemical ecology, and he's still full force. And I just retired from my position in Neuchâtel. I still have a research group there. I'm now here at Penn State University teaching a 6 weeks course, and I am also faculty member of Henan University in China.
Yeah.
So I can identify with everybody here on the American continent, Europe, and China, and the Asian continent. Happy birthday, John. I hope to see you soon somewhere in this world. And everybody's welcome at Henan University too. We're organizing a symposium or a congress in August.
Keep dear.
So chemical ecologists just never retire. They just proliferate to other labs.
Yeah.
Right? They open more labs.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, John.
Yeah, we have a meeting in Guizhou and come in August, end of August.
Very good.
I will send
keep
you
an eye on that.
Yes, and yeah.
Let me get back to that meeting in a minute, but let's open the floor now to Jerry Zhu.
Jerry, yeah.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, great. And happy birthday, John. And it was a really pleasure to meet you, and also as a collaborator with you for some of the research and we've been conducting the last several years. I have met John since I was a student at Lund University, and and then after that, we met again in Beijing for the Entomology Congress,
Oh, that's
which
very
I
good
will
fun.
share one story with you. And so at that time, and John, we had a talk and with some other Chinese colleagues, which invited him for a beer tasting. And since he's from England, so he think I'm gonna drink all your Chinese colleague under the table. So when I went out for about 1.5 hours, and I find him again, and so he rushed to me and say, "Jerry, please save me." And your Chinese colleagues got so tough to beat. So that's kind of a story, and I had with him. But anyhow, I wish you good health and a happy life. And also thanks for Walter to arrange this Zoom meeting and to discuss the international collaboration to celebrate the John Pickett 80th birthday. Thank you so much. Nice meeting you. Have a good Monday.
All right. So let me share a couple of slides here. And if you have some stories to tell about these slides, please tell me. This is Professor John Pickett. Does anyone remember where this is slide from?
I'm gonna slip out.
Anyone recall where this slide from?
I don't, but it kind of looks like a political speech. He says,
Oh.
as your new leader, I promise two things: a better economy and more insects on ties.
I think this was Sweden also.
All right. So what about this one here? This one tells about John in the early days when it was a flavor.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oops. This one here, everyone should remember. Wendell, do you know where this spot was from?
Well,
Is that one in China?
I don't know.
Does anyone know where this spot was from?
That could be any number of meetings that he was with us.
This is how we see him every meeting.
Yeah. There's not any one particular one.
Well, he's thinking about scientific things, very serious, you see.
Yeah.
This is rather informal. He's not with tie and suit, so this is quite informal.
Very nice. What he's doing
that's
here?
wonderful. That was in China, entomology meeting.
Oh,
No?
the International Congress of Entomology in 1996 or something?
92.
Yeah.
92.
92.
It's two. Oh, yeah.
Oh, in Beijing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beijing.
I
And
remember
what-
because he played his trumpet on the Great Wall.
That's right.
Yeah.
But what is he doing in this photo here? He's drink to the ears?
It comes in one ear, out the other.
He's into tempo.
He's demonstrating there's empty space between the ears because the liquid just goes right through.
He think air can smell.
All right. So that the lab,
that's a
JJ, you know this place very well, right, JJ?
Yeah, that's the Rosamstead. Yeah, so it's the Rosamstead. It's the main building at the administration building. Yeah, it's just get entering to the Rosamstead station. Yes, it's good. We had a very, very good time over there, and a lot of stories, but too many can remember. But it's very, very nice, and I thank John. Introduced me to the chemical ecology, and I was doing plant science. I was doing plant science and transporters. So when they want to start chemical ecology in plant and insects interaction, all these things, and I joined the group. And since then, I had very, very good time and scientifically, and also life. So I thank John for this, and happy birthday.
And before we leave this slide, Jing, do you know what happened to his technician, Christine? Is she still
Yes,
around?
Christine. Yeah, Christine also retired, and I think stay at home. I have no, real connection now.
She's one that I wish we had on this call.
It's not-
Christine
That's
was
right.
Christine.
I tried, John, but
You tried?
I could not find her email, and they also
She was just
Yeah.
unforgettable. For those of you
Yes.
who didn't know her, you know, she was not only John's technician, but he pressed her into being the trombone player in the Stackyard Stompers.
That's
And
right.
she'd never held a trombone, but he just told her that she's going to be the trombone player, and she ended up being the manager of the Stackyard Stompers.
That's right. Yeah.
And as far as I know, Christine, who had the most beautiful, slender body, she never ate or drank anything except beer. I've seen her drink several large beers and not have any food. And I don't know how she lived like that. But anyway, Christine was wonderfully memorable, and I wish she were on this call.
Yeah, but she also has a very, very skillful hand for the recording.
Yeah.
For electrophysiology.
Yeah, that's some of the best single cell recordings from John's work were done by her. I mean, incredible recordings from mosquitoes, aphids that are still hard to do from anyone.
Yeah.
Christine was brilliant at everything she did.
Yeah. Very skillful and careful. Yeah.
Anyway, Walter, one of the things I remember about my time at Rothamsted in 2000 is that I was welcomed and informed that I'll leave Rothamsted with a higher alcohol dehydrogenase level.
Did anyone here visit this building when John was there? I was one of them. Anyone else?
Yes, I did.
He gave a lecture
Me
there.
too. Yeah.
And had a wonderful dinner in the special room that I can't recall the name, but it's a very nice place.
Yeah. In the manor house.
Yes.
I guess. Yeah.
They also had a pub very nearby that we went to for lunch.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So that Christine could have a couple of beers, you know.
and have steady hands to record after that.
Right, exactly.
So silver cup. Yeah, silver cup.
Yeah.
Good.
What
Very
about
good.
here?
Mass spec.
He's injecting the mass spec.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is not the mass spec of today that you ingest in the GC directly, but it looks like he's injected directly in the mass spec, a direct inject or something. Shigeru, do you figure out what's going on here?
It measuring some of the direct inlet method. It's the double focus, very large mass spectrometry. I guess.
Yeah, it would be very nice to have Gunnar Bergström here in this call, because Gunnar is one of the pioneers also in using mass spec in chemical ecology. And by the way, he's going to turn 90 in July.
Wow.
Good. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah.
Time for another party, Walter.
That's his.
No surprise anymore, because we don't want to do another one in absentia, right? So we are, by the way, we are celebrating John Hildebrand's 8th birthday in absentia, because there was some issue and he was not able to join the call. Let me move to the next slide. What he's doing here in this slide?
Oh, tasting. Oh, it's me.
That slide has been doctored.
Yeah.
That looks like that looks
Because
like
those are not
looks-
John Pickett's fingernails.
Looks like the El Salvador.
I think Walter's manipulation is this, I think.
So he is really in the sense of smell, right?
Yeah. I can see Mike Beckett's head.
Yeah, and
Oh,
JJ also is there.
Yes, I was there. Oh my God. I can't remember.
Who's in the middle, Walter?
Say it again.
Who's in the middle between John and JJ?
Pickett.
Mike Beckett.
Okay, yeah.
But it's doctored.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Water.
mute these
Did you see
slides,
John's
Walter.
hand?
All right,
Very
so
beautiful, huh?
back to John Handy. Okay, Jerry?
Yeah, very beautiful. Hi. Even
that's
a snail.
Why? God.
Very masculine. Well, he's not here to defend himself, so we take
Okay.
What about this one here? This unfortunate, we have seen here four former members of the president of the society that were gone.
Yes.
Left eyes.
That's a beautiful picture.
Oh
That's a
dear.
beautiful
Yes.
picture.
So many, there's so many memories and emotions in that picture.
Yeah.
Let's we
My
have
God.
Jeremy McNeil here on your right side, on the top row, and he
Frank.
departed us this year. Very sad memory. Then we have Vitko Frankl, another legendary figure in chemical ecology that left us during COVID and actually because of COVID. We have Tom Hartmann here by the side of John Hildebrand. And the other side of John Hildebrand, we have another legendary Jeremiah Wild. And Tom Hartmann also is a legendary. And it's very sad to see that we had a lecture to honor Jeremiah Wild. We had a lecture to honor Vitko Frankl. And maybe, I hope this year probably there will be a lecture to honor Jerry McNeil. But people should not forget about Thomas Hartmann because he was also a legendary figure in chemical ecology, a pioneer, and the driving force of the International Society of Chemical Ecology, and the predecessor of John Hildebrand. John Hildebrand, you have good memories of Tom Hartmann.
Yeah, he handed over the presidency to me in the Palace of the Popes in Avignon.
I remember it, and his remarks were beautiful. Put you in the context of Arizona and the environment today, and they make it all this. I don't remember the whole detail, but it was a beautiful presentation when he presented the new president of society, John Hildebrand. And like I said, Gunnar Bergström is going to turn 9. Anyone want to comment anything about this picture?
Jeremy McNeil is not wearing an insect t-shirt.
I should
mention. By the way, Jerry McNeil was the man of the T-shirt, right?
Yeah.
And his T-shirts are on an auction now. People
really?
Yeah,
How much?
I don't have the link here, but I can figure out and the sheriff who were interested. He had north of 500 T-shirts, and these are very well preserved. And they made the program to sell these T-shirts so that it becomes some funds for education of kids that are interested in entomology, because he was a master of reaching out to the young age and talk about insects and always have they're engaged and interested in entomology.
So Walter, let me take just a minute to mention that
sure.
that Fred Gould and George Kennedy and myself are starting an endowment in honor of Jeremy McNeil. As some of you know, he received his PhD at NC State University, and the endowment will be on science communication, outreach and science communication.
Wow.
So we'll have more information soon, but we've seeded the endowment. In other words, we put enough to get the endowment going.
Okay.
Before the tariff, right?
Yeah, and before we go, and Walter, you are the youngest in this group, yeah.
Well, this was John Hildebrand twist my arm to accept. I recall the email. It was an email for a letter from that time, but I was still in Japan, and John Hildebrand said everything, and they said, "Please say yes." And there was no choice. I'm not asking. Please say yes. That's the only answer for that question, to accept to become vice president of the society. I mean, candidate. Anyhow, so let's move to the next one. What about this one?
Oh, that must be in Rosam State. Yeah.
Who knows something about this picture? This picture probably came from England.
Yes. I think he's in Rosam State in Christmas party, something.
Oh, it's a Christmas party. He's very.
Or Hollywood, Halloween or something. Yeah.
Halloween party.
So Walter, Christine sent it to me a while back. I just sent it to you. This is, I think Christine Woodcock sent it.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, in our bar, in our bar.
Is this part of the same
So
picture?
another
Same
one.
day?
Yes, it's another one. Yeah.
Same day or same different days?
It's different day.
Mm.
It's a different year.
Different year
year.
altogether.
Yeah.
He had an appetite for discovery. So at least he's not eating cockroaches here. I was told that in Africa, in a trip or somewhere, probably Africa, that he had a dinner and a cockroach came nearby and he grabbed it and he ate it. And the comment that he did is that the legs are difficult to pass through. The taste or something was not the problem. The problem, the legs were too tough to pass through. Does anyone know where this picture is from?
I don't know.
Colby, you seem to have a history of John Pickett, so you know everything.
That looks like a very appetizing ossobuco.
This reminds me of Vitko Frank when we came to a meeting in Reno, Nevada, and we both came in late after the dinner, and the waiter came to serve dinner only for the two of us, and they look at the Vitko Frank and they ask, vegetarian? And the Vitko Frank said, no, carnivore. So he's very clearly in the team of Vitko Frank here, right? So here, this one I just took it this morning from Google Scholars. This is John Pickett's
H index.
H index, and 2005, 2025, we are still, April. He already have 700 citations. 700 citations 2025. He's very, very well cited. He keep the engine going and very active. Isn't that Winan?
Yes, enormously active, and always an inspiration, as someone else was.
And he also has a new grant with you, right?
Sorry.
That he also has a new grant with you, isn't that right?
Yes, that's right. We work together in a Bill and Melinda Gates funded grant. Yes.
Yes.
And,
so what is this work about?
It's about mosquito olfaction. So how they find flowers to feed from the nectar. Yes.
Okay. You see, John never stops.
Yes, it's wonderful. Yeah.
And what about this one? He looks very serious here with a tie. So it's a very formal meeting.
He must
Anyone
be
has an idea?
It looks like he's singing.
He's singing.
Yeah.
It's not in the rain, is it? Not singing in the rain, is it?
No, you got carpet there, so it's not in the rain. Oh dear, where is it?
No one knows what this thing is for. All right, so there's a question here. Can a man carry fire next to his chest and his clothes to be burned?
Yeah,
this
that
one
was
is,
in China.
This one is
That was in
parental
China,
advisory.
Beijing. Yeah.
Explicit content. Is this Beijing also?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Is this one from Beijing also?
Yeah.
So
that's another one. Oh my God.
I think he's on the GMO research also, but I think the anti-GMO people would like to put this fire in his entire body, not only
Oh my God.
A lot of opposition there. And here, Atula, that's what they're talking about. Like,
yeah.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
This is nice.
John, is that what makes one of the issues that makes you so closer to him, John Hildebrand?
What was the question?
You are a musician, and is this what makes a direct connection of John Pickett from the earlier days?
Well, no, the connection was actually at Neurotox, the meeting in Bath called Neurotox 79. But that's where I discovered that John plays the trumpet, and his band was there. I went to the Neurotox meetings after that just to hear his band. I mean, it was worth traveling to the UK just to hear his band.
Yeah, it was in Brighton.
That thing on the left is a pocket trumpet. That's a little condensed trumpet.
It's actually more expensive than his car.
Yeah, he used to take that thing everywhere.
Yeah.
He might have that now. He might not have today with his family in a boat somewhere in California.
Yeah.
He's a fellow of the Royal Society, fellow of the Royal Entomological Society, and he also got the Wolf Prize, which is also known as the Nobel Prize in Agriculture. He was also elected to the National Academy of Science and in 2014.
John Pickett. Pickett is an international driving force in the science and application of chemical ecology and has fostered advances in integrated pest management and agricultural sustainability.
So John, looks like this is the most serious moment. That's John. John Hildebrand, it looks like the previous slide was the most serious in his life, right?
Yeah.
Walking that pod, and I think you had a tremendous privilege to be there and greet John Pickett as foreign secretary, as international secretary, as we call now. But at that time, you were foreign secretary, correct?
Yep, that's right. We don't wear tuxedos anymore.
That's a good thing. All right, so
back when Ralph Cicerone was the president, the guy that you saw there, he liked to wear a tuxedo. But then when Marcia McNutt was elected president, she called me up and she said, "Do you like wearing a tuxedo to this event?" I said, "No, God, no." And she said, "Oh, thank you. That means I can wear a party dress instead of a gown."
Very good. All right, so let's. Anyone want to share some stories? That's open mic now. Before we have officially, when the Roloff Joanne is going to raise the glass and to wish a wonderful 8th birthday to John and the many more years to come. Anyone has something to add? Yes, go ahead, Zain.
Mentioning, Ted invited him to give a seminar, and I was a grad student in Patrick Guerin's lab. And Patrick is known for being very intense. So, and he tells me, "You are going to meet a guy. If you think I'm intense, you'll see another guy today." And that's how he introduced me to John Pickett. And it was wonderful since, multiple conversations, always ready to help. Like Wei said, anytime I introduced a student, he had a lot of time to discuss and share his wisdom and knowledge. So, yeah, it has been a privilege. Thank you, John, being a leading light in chemical ecology.
Anyone else has another story?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to say happy birthday in the first round, but I do want to wish him a happy birthday. And he's always such an uplifting figure at meetings with his humor, his science, and all of it, his music. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, John. Anyone else? One thing that comes to mind, I was in Brasilia and eventually I met him in the streets after meeting, and I was with my niece, and he looked at my niece and he told her, "Grew up, but it remains immature like me and your uncle." Something to that nature. I don't remember exactly the word. Anything else?
So, in a way, John sort of exemplifies our motto, the motto of ICWE. Remember that, Wendell?
Yes, I do.
We may age, but we don't mature.
Yes. and we have a lot of stories that we never tell.
Yes, we have a lot of story we never tell.
Not tell, yeah, especially because this is going to be public, and we can tell some of the stories. Anyone else would like to share one of the things about John?
Well, I just want to say happy birthday, John. Didn't have a chance to say that earlier. And one of the beauties of celebrating people's birthday is us getting together. It's really great to see all people that I haven't seen in a long time.
And for that, we got to thank Walter yet again.
Yes.
Thank Walter.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Walter.
Thank you, Walter.
Thanks, Walter.
Thank you, Walter. Very good.
All right. So in that case, let's invite Wendell and Joanne to raise the glass and wish a wonderful birthday. So everyone together, let's count 1, 2, 3, and make sure that I'm mute, and you say happy birthday to John. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday,
John.
Cheers. Cheers to all.
All right, folks. So I hope to see you all in a chemical ecology meet, the next one of the next chemical ecology meets. Thank you very much, and apologies for John not being able to be here, but it's always a good thing to celebrate the birthday of dear friends like John Hildebrand. So we're going to put this tape together and send to him, and hopefully other chemical ecologists can watch as well, and what kind of wonderful person we have in chemical ecology, not only a stellar scientist, but a role model to all of you guys that we celebrate all the years, and everyone enjoy to have John Hildebrand in the meeting. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Walter.
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So.
I guess everybody's